ignition. Please, oh please, oh please. We have liftoff. Hello everyone, Thranks is here and welcome back to Mars Horizon, where we're ready for our Mars orbiter to reach the next mission phase. I think that's a good deal because we could really use the science, and hey, 4th place, it's not the end of the world. Let's go. So we did not get the mission bonus for the first section. This one is going to be a trajectory correction as we attempt to slow down in orbit around Mars. Let's see. Similar looking items as last time on the menu here. I'm thinking it's about comms, nav, and thrust. Well, the calculated thruster burn is sort of a no-brainer, so where do we go from there? Doppler tracking gets us a packet transfer, which of course gets us a calculated thruster burn, and I think that's our wheelhouse. That's where we want to be. So let's start with that. Doppler tracking is good. Packet transfer, oh, really good. I'd love some green. Can we get in there in the green? Yeah! The thruster burn produced more propulsion than expected. This command will generate an additional thrust. Okay. All right. And we got all 4 turns because the damage that happened on launch only affected our first task in the chain of tasks that is our Mars orbit mission. So, where do we want to be? 3 for 5? Is that good? Not as good as 2 for 3, 3 for 5, 2 for 4, 1 for 3. Generally, I think 1 for 3s are your best. 2 for 5. That's pretty good. See, if we go micrometeorite detection, followed by a calculated thruster burn. This is 3 for 6. Let's back it up. Micrometeorite detection, calculated thruster burn. That's not as valuable. We only need so much thrust for this one. Maybe what we need is like solar flare analysis. Maybe we take the calculated thruster burn anyways. And then we go for like data compression. That's pretty good. We could do another. The nav data is where we're going to get hosed. So we have really only 2 reliable ways to generate navigational data, with a manual thrust adjustment or Doppler tracking. So it might be worth doing the manual thrust adjustment to be able to then do the data compression, and then manual thrust adjustment again, and then data compression, and to just go back and forth maybe? Let's try that. Let's see how that does. Manual thrust adjustment was clear and concise. Data compression, almost flawless. And, oh, look at that. Extra navigation generated from our thrust adjustment, and then we lost our thrust resource. So we're going to need a calculated burn. I think if we do the data compression, we can go maybe micrometeorite detection and then thruster burn. And then we're just 1 and 2 away. I think that's where we want to be. All right, bad data compression is going to hurt our comms. We're going to resist that. Micrometeorite detection, though, gives us an extra nav. And calculated thruster burn is successful. So where does that put us? That puts us where realistically we need 2 comms. I think if we collect power and do a ranging uplink, then that's that. Then we're there. We got it. So let's do it. And a ranging uplink was successful anyways, but before the thrust is even reduced or calculated, we have full-on mission completion, and we complete phase 2, mid-course maneuvering to our Mars orbit. All right, a little bit of science, it's not bad. It's going to help. Speaking of science, got a lot to go to get that space station running. All right, ESA finally completed their orbital EVA, so we're not doing that bad. We're not doing bad compared to the ESA currently. The Anglo-Irish Fell class rocket is ready for our commercial satellite. This is the big payday, right? Right here. We're going to do payload, training, and we're going to push it all the way out to January so we have the most reliable payload possible. Let's go. Sounds good. Now we have the I Like Sugar class vehicle complete. Mission training bonuses are increased, but optimal and suboptimal launch windows are reversed. Okay, so our mission for this one is science and support, so I think it makes sense. We're just going to keep Rocket Ninja and Kid Caliber on this mission. For training, it's really got to come down to the science. Or is it? No, it's got to be launch reliability. We can't afford more disasters, right? We're going to push it to December and get the higher launch reliability. I think that's the right decision. All right, the final phase of the Mars Orbiter mission is ready. Let's go. Yes. Coming in for an orbit. Looking good. So we just need to achieve Mars orbit. 4, 4, and 4, or 9, 9, and 9 if we want the maximum reward. And of course, we want the maximum reward. This is the one that's going to give us the big payday as far as science goes. All the other ones were just sort of teasers. We do get all 4 turns. But every resource is important. We don't need any more thrust, though. Let's look at... 1 for 3 is pretty darn good. Visual spectrum sampling, location extrapolation, and then what? 2 for 6, 3 for 6. This gyroscopic stabilization is probably really good. I think we keep it there for now. All right, didn't do so well there. We need that data, actually, so we're going to resist that. Location extrapolation is in there, and then, of course, because we got a good location ping, we were able to stabilize our gyros pretty good. I'm thinking an orbital plane adjustment gives us so much data. Or I'm sorry, gives us so much navigation that I almost think we can afford to be a little frivolous with it, a little bit, like some infrared mapping and then some data compression. That totally takes away our power, though, right? That orbital plane adjustment is only it's a 3 for 6. We could go with a packet transfer followed by more gyroscopic stabilization and then what? External sensor alignment. I feel like that gets us close. We still have 3 turns to go. Let's try to conserve our power for things like this, right? Because it's going to be reduced by 2. That's probably worth the power. That's a 1 for 2 swing. That's pretty important. Okay, reduced by 1. I think we're just going to accept that is a problem and let it happen, and then let's go. Have a good sensor alignment. Now, we are mission complete, but those bonus rewards, they loom over us like something we really, really want. Let's see, if we go with the packet transfer, then we go with the external sensor alignment, then we go with gyroscopic stabilization, that really puts us... It puts us within reach. Like, it really puts us within reach. So let's do that. Let's see what we get. Good packet transfer. Sensor alignment also checks good. And good gyroscopic stabilization. That's a winner, because now we're just going to charge the battery and get the visual spectrum sampled, and we're in there. Man, it was a good sampling anyways. That was pretty good. I'm glad that we were able to get the bonus reward when it mattered most. Of course, you can see Mission Control is pleased. And we're 4th. Hey, we're not 5th, though. There you go. 362 science for 10 months. That's good. That's going to help. Let's see. We got some new mission. Solar Observatory for money. EVA repair exercise for science. I think that's where we want to be. That experimental fuel, though. Let me take the money. We're doing okay with money. It's going to come down to the science. We need to start looking at big science missions. Like the big science missions. You know, like probably need to be pushing this crewed moon landing. That's quite a bit of science there. Where are we at with the research on that one? Still trying to get the space station researched. This is going to be a lot of science too, though. Over 25 months. That's a lot. That's a lot of science. I think we need to prepare another mission though. Because we have plenty of money. So let's do the EVA repair exercise. And we're gonna stick with the standard Gemini payload. I think that's probably the best way to do it. All right. Control systems check with experimental fuel. Okay. This is a relatively easy mission. I like sugar. It's no problem. Hopefully, good conditions, 6%. Don't you talk to me about 6%. We're go for launch. Let's do it. 2, 1. Oh, ignition. Please, oh please, oh please. We have liftoff. Okay, that looks relatively straight. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay, let's. Oh, I thought we were going to get a positive event. All right, Atlas and the Titan 2 got a little better. Okay. Kid and Rocket Ninja. We need comms and navigation data for this one. Since we start with the comms because of Kid Caliber, I think we'll begin with a flyover course adjustment. No. Probably that flight path control. That seems to be really good. And then we'll establish a good ground control connection. And then Rocket Ninja, you can conduct some experiments. I think that's probably a good way to utilize the crew. All right, Kid, with a good flight path control. Got some interference on your comms. It's the weather patterns are to blame. I think we're just going to accept the degradation in signal and get some experiments. Good job, Rocket. Oof, that was close there. Let's see. Ground control connection, I like. It's a 2 for 4 exchange. Followed by manual data collection by the crew, and then maybe another round of... We could do data transmission to get us extra calm so that we can start doing flyover course adjustments. I think that's the right call. Let's go. Good connection with ground control. Manual data. Yeah, you guys had a problem working together, maybe? An error in the capsule's attitude control system. All right, it was technical. It was nobody's fault. I think we just let that one ride. 2 for 3 isn't bad. It's kind of a free resource. But we weren't able to send the data back to ground control. I think we're just going to accept it. We're going to try to save the charge in our battery as much as possible. Now, what are we looking at? Flyover course adjustment times 2, and then a data transmission. Boom, boom, boom with power left over. I love it. All right, course adjustment's good. Times 2, even better the second time. And then data transmission's bad, but we've got enough juice to overcome the static. And that is a really successful mission. Excellent. All right, you guys enjoy some R&R. You have earned it. Budgetary review. Yeah, we gained some support, but we got a little bit of a ways to go. Space station research is complete. The race to Mars has begun. The commercial satellite's ready for launch. Oh, let's talk about a payday. We're not going to need money for a while after this. We'll be able to focus purely on science for a little bit. All right, the Anglo-Irish Fell class rocket with a 4%, 85% launch reliability. Let's go. That is cleared for launch.
3, 2, 1.
Let's do it. This is our payday.
We have liftoff.
We do have liftoff. Let's go. It's looking good. It's looking good. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Come on. Let's see a positive launch event. Come on. Come on. Way over here. Way over here. Okay. Well, it was over 50%, so I'm happy. Got some experience on the Agena upper stage. That's good. There it is. A beautiful commercial satellite. Got to pay the bills. All right. So all we have to do is collect a crud load of navigational data. Like a lot, a lot. What do I like? 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 3 looks good. We go visual spectrum sampling, right? Then we can take ground control connection, followed by a flyover course adjustment, times 2, actually. I kind of like that a lot, actually. Look at that. Stunning photography. Look at the 6. Oh, look how great this payload is. Such a high amount of reliability. There you go. Flyover course adjustment. Well, it was bound to have an issue. I think we just accept that that's going to be low on the nav and just accept it. I think that's the right call. Let's see, if we do a data transmission, we can then do a flyover course adjustment twice and then collect a power. Okay, if we do an orbital realignment, then a flyover course adjustment, then an orbital realignment, and then accept the power, I think we're doing better this way. Good orbital realignment, flyover course adjustment, and a great orbital realignment. That makes up for the nav data that we lost the last time. Then we get a flyover course adjustment, charge the battery, get a location ping, and then we're in there. We've got it. There. That's mission success right there. All right, achieve Earth orbit. Now we need to deploy the satellite systems. Okay, so we got all of our nav data intact. Now we need comms and just mission data while minding the drift. We're in a +1, -1 threshold with drift. So this becomes a 1 for 3 if this is what you want. That pushes us over. So what are the ways we get drift back? Flyover course adjustment, but we don't need the nav data now. Data transmission gives us good comms, but it's a 2 correction. I think the best way to start is the visual spectrum sampling, and then maybe a orbital realignment, followed by a data transmission. Followed by an external sensor alignment. That puts us in a weird place. It gives us nav data that we don't necessarily need, although we could use it with data transmissions. Let's do that one. I'm not sure how I feel about it. That could have gone better, but we're going to accept those terms. Oh my gosh. That's something I think we have to resist. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll just let it ride. Okay, and then we got it back in the data transmission. And the external sensor alignment was also really good. All right, our drift is back to 0. We have 4 command turns remaining. And we have a lot of navigation data. So I think the best way to use that is with the data transmission, right? Followed by an orbital realignment, but we don't need the orbital realignment. This starts to get messy. This starts to get messy. All of the things that, oh, see, this is where we weren't paying attention. Back it up, back it up. Infrared mapping is where we need to be. ×2. We need to go infrared mapping ×2, and then signal return tests. We could do a data transmission, but then we're going to end up with more nav stuff than we need. Let's go with that. Infrared mapping is good. We need as much data as we can. Signal return check is very good. We're going to do it again just to make sure we got a good test. Okay. So now what are we looking at? 2 more signal return tests and then charge the battery twice. It's not elegant, but you know what? It is 50% bonus reward, so I think we're going to take it. And of course, succeeding on the first signal return test means the second one is going to be just fine. That's going to be a pretty good payday, actually. Like, really good. And we don't necessarily need the money, so it's just all gravy at this point. That's a lot of... It's a lot of capital. And now we're working towards experience at the Mars Race to Mars. Japan is the furthest along. We are 0% readiness. Yuck. Crewed Mars landing, the Orion, Sunlander, Habitat. Okay. We're a ways off. We're a ways off. I think the right call is to continue pressing on with the Skylab. Even though it's going to take us a few months to research this one, I think it's the right call. Then while we're getting this science, oh gosh, we could just push ahead and push ahead and push ahead and just keep trying to do as much of this. That might be the right decision. We can always come back and get the other ones later. Right? I feel like that could be the right call. So we have EVA repair exercise happening in 2 open mission control centers. Phobos photography? I mean, that's a lot of science, but I think we're better off doing the crewed missions. The life support test. It's a shorter duration, but it's more science all at once, right? Instead of like a slow burn of science you get from the other missions. It's sort of it's a bunch of science all at once. Maybe we need to mix it up though and do more than one, right? Alright, let's go with the Mercury payload for this one. That's fine. The other mission I think we need is... Yeah, we should probably go with the Phobos photography just so we can get some experience in our science. We have the money. We need to keep our mission control centers full. Probably what we need to do, honestly, is get another mission control center built. Because now we have more money than we're actually spending, which means we're just kind of holding ourselves back on research. The Gemini is ready to go. We want the better launch reliability, cost be darned. So we're going to go with the I Like Sugar class rocket. And we're still going to try to save money or boost science. No, we need science at the cost of money. So we're going to pay more to get the science we need. That's the way it works. Japan completed the Mars lander. Oh, wow. All right, life support test is ready. We're going to use the Salty Pix rocket, I think is the right call. And again, we're going to pay more for more science. Because that's where we are at this point in our space program, is trying to conduct research here. Phobos photography is about ready. And this is an Anglo-Irish Fell rocket, of course. But we're also going to go more science, more money, please. Okay, we spent a lot of money, but hey, Mars got mapped. An extensive high-resolution map of Mars recorded by your orbiting satellite has wowed the public with an array of riverbeds, canyons, and extinct volcanoes, striking evidence of the red planet's active geological past. New request mission available on Earth. Ooh, horizontal integration. Reduces structural overhead, simplifies launchpad transfer. 1 month vehicle build time reduction. Meh. That's a big meh. I don't mean to be jaded, but that is so not as good as the one we had a chance to get. Like not even close. Not even close. The science isn't bad though. Lunar radiation. Phobos photography we're actually doing. Anything new at Venus? No. Okay. I think we just press with what we're doing then. And then, of course, with the I Like Sugar rocket completed, we can assign our crew. It's going to be one Rocket Ninja and Kid Caliber. And for training, let's see. This mission is experimental fuel. We're already at 61% launch reliability. I think we go for the science. I think we go for the science. Is it worth 10% more science to put it off? I don't think it is, honestly. I think we go for October. I don't think it's that valuable. I think it's better off to launch sooner. A recent image taken during your Mars orbit mission has captured the public's imagination due to its uncanny resemblance to a human face. Oh, Cydonia. Your scientists have explained that it's simply an optical illusion due to the shadows falling on a Martian hill, yet more eccentric sections of the media have claimed it to be clear evidence of an ancient civilization. Your researchers are keen to dismiss such stories, yet your PR team have noted the potential for increasing support for space exploration. Now, we're going to dismiss it because as much as the support could be cool, I'd rather get the science. Your agency has dismissed the speculation. Unfortunately, this isn't evidence of an advanced Martian civilization. There's still endless mysteries to discover. Soviet Union trying to get to that crude moon landing. We're still racing for the for the space station. All right, Salty Picks with your high launch reliability. We're going to prep you for launch, and don't forget we have EVA. Oh. Kid Caliber, Rocket Ninja. We're going to have to delay you guys to next month. We can't launch in these conditions. Yeah, that's not acceptable. 15%? Nope. Nope. We're going to have to launch you guys in November. Try again. All right, that being said, the life support test is in need of another... Oh, it says if we assign Rocket Ninja, we get a mission training bonus to the payload. Well, that's fine. It's time to hire another astronaut. I was hoping to get the next tier of skills available, but... Science reward is pretty good. Launch reliability is pretty good. A couple of options here. But first, we've got to see who is going to be our next astronaut. It's going to be Peppermint Tea. Congratulations! You've been selected for a highly dangerous yet very important mission. I'm leaning towards the test pilot. That 5% launch reliability, you know, ever since we had an issue, I'm like, that seems to be pretty good for me. I think we're going to do it. Peppermint Tea, welcome to the space program. You will be conducting on your first mission a life support test of some new life support equipment. Highly publicized. We could go for bonus support, because we're already getting a bonus in support. I think if we're not going for bonus science, I think we're failing. But honestly, I'd rather have the science sooner rather than later. Why do I want to wait 4 months just to get a little boost in science? Let's launch now. We have the money for a steady, fast-paced launch schedule, and I think we should honor it. And that'll have to be in the next one. I do hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. Until next time, take care.